All right. Little throwback here of the 2019 Van Pro, where HADI CHOOPAN made his big open debut from the 212 class. And did he ever. So I'm going to really compare everybody in this first call out, but the focus obviously will be on HADI. And front relaxed. You got Nathan, you got Lucas, Ian, and Josh Wade, and HADI wins this front relax pretty easy, just conditioning wise. I would actually probably put Ian in second, and the rest can just whatever. Nathan, just his core looks a little too full, so that's where he kind of got beat there. And Lucas is his usual non-aesthetic self, and Josh Wade got in this call out because of conditioning. And quarter turn to the right here, and anyone can see it. Usually Ian kills these shots. He's usually amazing in the quarter turns, but I mean against HADI, they all look like they're 2 weeks out looking. Look at his obliques, like they're razored. He's somehow conditioned but full, like that perfect balance. And he's definitely getting outmasked by a lot of these guys, but it doesn't look that way. Also his posing. He is, without a doubt, when you start watching some of HADI on stage, his posing, like he can hold it longer than everybody, he hits it harder, he maneuvers his body so much better to showcase. And now we're going into the rear relaxed, and some good backs here. I mean, I like Nathan in this shot. He looks good, but I mean, downstairs, HADI's conditioning, and he's not spilling over the trunks as much. Yeah, no one else even really comes close to HADI again. If you look at it in just lower body detail, he's amazing. Obviously, he's not the biggest guy, and he's standing in the middle, so the best camera angles for Josh Wade, then Nathan and HADI, and so on. They have that slight angle advantage. Now we're going to the final quarter turn, the right side, and Ian actually looks better. I'd give him a second in this one, and then Lucas actually looks better here too, with his crazy glutes. And HADI, without a doubt, when he came out in this lineup, just after the quarter turns, it was over. He was just too polished and too perfect here, even with that short stature, because like look at the size of Nathan beside him, but your eyes go to HADI every time. So amazing debut when he came into open here. And now we're gonna actually get into some real shots. Even when he gets into just the relaxed position, it's like insane. Like I don't even know how he's hitting his abs and legs that hard. And front double. We're going to freeze this one up here. This one Ian looks great in. Josh Wade's core looks good. And then you have Nathan, where he kind of pushes that core at you. And I don't care about long torso. I love like a Dennis Wolf long torso, and I think Nathan's torso is fine. Just he's kind of pushed at you. HADI overall again. So he's winning all 4 quarter turns. Now the front double. I'd put Ian in second here, and then Nathan would be in third, and the other two are not in the picture in the way of aesthetics. So now we're going in the front lat, and I'm gonna freeze this one here. I mean, Nathan's got the width for sure, and this one I actually found the hardest. I would probably, even without the detail, this one I would give to Nathan. Just too big, too wide. And it is open bodybuilding. He's too big, too wide, and he actually looks very conditioned here because he's almost stretching out his ab area that is washed out in other shots. So he looks great here. So I'd go Nathan, HADI, then Ian, and then the other two. We'll just call them the other two. But I do like Josh Wade, and I do like Lucas. It's just they're not on that level. Going into the side chest, And another close call with Hadi and Nathan. Hadi's core, side leg, is really what pulls him out of this shot. His core, like his obliques, the serratus anterior, like it's absolutely nuts. Usually a good pose for Ian. He's unfortunately getting screwed over by the far angle, the not dead on angle. But again, I would go Hadi, Nathan, Ian in that order. And yeah, I'd give it to LUKAS and Josh just because whatever. Like I said, those two, whatever. But now we're going to hit the back double up. And LUKAS's glutes are taking over his shot. Hadi takes this shot. And that's surprising. I think Nathan, if Nathan was super sharp, he would take the shot just because of like width and he just has that bigger man body. He's taller. But Hadi, his lower body, look at the hamstrings. Like the only person that's trying to catch Hadi is maybe Ian with the hamstrings there. A conditioned Ian, and this is probably one of actually Ian's best looks, so he'd have to even be sharper to catch Hadi in that back double. But Hadi, it's toss up between Nathan and Ian in my opinion on that one. And some Christmas tree showcases. Nathan did have the best one there. Hadi coming up second. And rear lat spread. The way that Hadi poses in this shot is just fantastic. Like that one leg back, but his toe kicked out. He's flexing the glutes. He's closing the gap in his thighs. He's not rolled forward. And if you look at like a LUKAS, he's more like rolled forward. He's actually improved that since, but really, really good. Josh Wade would come in last here probably, but Hadi, shit, Ian and Nathan are close, but I would go Nathan and Ian in this one. Very, very close, but Hadi again wins that shot, so I really only have him losing one shot so far. And now we're going into the side try. And because of Hadi's core, it's pretty dominating. Like a lot of people love Ian in the side try. He looks everywhere amazing, but this tricep muscle itself is kind of a thin little kind of Sean Roden tricep. But everywhere else, I mean, he is amazing. Still not amazing enough to catch Hadi. Hadi's actually got a meaty try with even better core. So amazing. If you want to talk about calves, I guess you can talk about calves with Hadi's calves beating Ian. So Hadi, Ian, Nathan, I guess LUKAS and Wade there is how that would go. And now we're going to go into the big ab and thigh shot, which I think you guys will all know what's going to happen here. And there it is. I mean, no matter which way Nathan throws it, he's not beating Hadi. LUKAS isn't beating, well, somehow he's beating Josh Wade because Josh Wade's just, I don't know what's going on there. And Ian doesn't have a good ab and thigh for some reason. He should have like a murderous ab and thigh with how small his waist is. So I think that's posing for him. I think he can fix that. And when he does, it's going to be one of his best shots probably. Hadi wins it. We'll give Nathan the second. We'll give, who knows, who cares after that? Because those two just aren't looking good. And of course, Hadi throws out the vacuum because he's got control non-stop. And now we're freezing at the most muscular. Obviously, Nathan stepped forward. Hadi stepped a little close too. And the other guys didn't do it. Not that it even really mattered. Hadi wins most muscular. Nathan's upper body's a little nicer, rounder, like his chest and delts are, but overall, head to toe, it's the conditioning that makes him look so muscular. And not saying he isn't, but it's the conditioning. And I would give Ian the third there, and we'll go LUKAS and Josh just to round it off. And this is where they basically tell Hadi, get back in line. You're too good for everybody. You won the show. And that was a wrap. And let the other guys finish off the comparison. Thanks for watching. Bye.